Hi guys, it's Circle M. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is my review of the Crazy Ants 3-Day Assault Bag. This is a cheap, made in China, Amazon special. Crazy Ants is just one of the names of these companies. They usually pop up on Amazon for a little bit. They'll sell stuff, then they'll come back under a different name selling the exact same item. So I've seen this bag change from Crazy Ants to CV Life to who knows what name. And for about $40, this is one of the best cheap Chinese backpack finds that you can get. I have been extremely impressed with the quality and durability of this bag, especially at the price point. So a little bit of backstory, I bought this quite a while ago, and this is actually the bag that I used to get ready for selection. I put an insane number of miles and a lot of weight in this bag, and it has held up and it has taken all of it without busting a seam or any of the moly on it, which is very surprising because it received some extremely hard use. The bag is covered in moly on the outside with a little bit of Velcro, and that's useful for attaching other stuff. I would put a bunch of extra magazines on the side, smoke pouches, you name it, and it held up really, really well for all that use. It does have some decent adjustment with the tie-down straps that you can use to add a little bit of gear to the side. It has the two bottom loops, but one of the best features, especially for how cheap this bag was that it has, is here on the shoulder straps. It actually has load lifters, which is really surprising because even some more expensive bags don't have that feature. And that is really nice for you to be able to adjust this bag, especially when it's loaded down with weight, to the proper position on your back. And you can see here that due to me stuffing this full of things and using it very hard, I actually managed to wear a hole straight through the back of the bag because there was a lot of really heavy and some pointy objects in here for me just trying to get the weight high enough to get ready for what I was going to do. And I actually managed to walk a hole straight through the back of the bag. But the foam in here, for what it is, even though it doesn't have a rigid backer, is extremely durable, and it was a pretty decent quality. And even though the straps don't have extra padding, they're nice and wide, so they spread that load out over the top. The shoulder straps on this bag have a very impressive range of adjustment. You can wear this over body armor. I don't recommend it, but it is nice that it is able to do that. And you can see up here on my shoulder, the hugeness of this shoulder strap really spreads that weight out nicely. And I can use these shoulder adjusters to change that load on the backpack quite easily. And if I reach back with my fingers to lower it, I can. Although I personally like to run this at the highest, tightest adjustment that it has available. This particular bag has two compartments. It was sold with a secondary supplementary attachment on the bottom, but since that's not part of the bag, that's not part of this review. The buckles all the way around are excellent for really cinching the daylights out of this bag and collapsing it small, but we'll look at that next. First, in this top pouch, you can pretty comfortably fit one regular size bed pillow. There is a secondary mesh compartment with a little bit of elastic in it to help you store and control some of your items in there. The topmost pouch will fit an entire whoopee and two bed pillows with a little bit of space left over. The compartment itself has a water hydration carrier with the clips to hold it in place and no other mesh pockets or storage areas. Additionally, it has the hole at the top for you to run the hydration bladder out of without having to do some weird zipper thing to get it to come out and pass through the shoulder straps. The chest buckle that it comes with has a decent amount of adjustment and positive click retention. I personally didn't use that. It did also come with the waist strap, which for this bag was junk because it was literally just a piece of nylon like this. But again, not using it, and for the most part, you wouldn't in that setting be allowed to use it, so it didn't really matter. But for what it was, man, this is a heck of a good bag. In the crushed configuration, it does actually get pretty small. It's relative to some of the other bags of its size. Its downfall is, of course, the attachment for these straps. It will not control this upper bag, so if you do have something in there, it will have the opportunity to wiggle and get loose, but most of the bags in this size have that feature, so it's not that far out of place. For what it is, I do actually think this bag is excellent. You can see the amount of storage space it has. And from my personal use, putting who knows how many miles on this, it has held up phenomenally well. I would, for your backstory, I would put about 70 pounds in this bag, because again, you got to carry a lot of weight for what you're trying to do. So it has performed fantastically well, and this is actually one of the bags I would recommend, especially if you're balling on a budget and 30, 40 bucks is about all you can drop on a bag. I think you're gonna get a really good deal out of this one. So I hope this was helpful for you. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next time.